NBA game changers. Still not cool enough for that yet. But I have been having a lot of fun building with this new pack, and I've had a ton of fun playing with this new pack too. But the other day, Lilsimsie posted this video about how she made a apartment using the Cottage Living decoration. If you haven't seen her video, I'll leave a link to it up above. Who am I sitting here recommending Lilsimsie? Like, anyone who is watching my channel right now hasn't also seen Lilsimsie. But anyway, so her video inspired me to do the same thing. I really loved the idea of making an apartment using the cottage living lifestyle. So I decided to do that. Now, I am renovating the exact same apartment as she did. However, I am using a completely different floor plan. Like, our builds end up being very, very, very different. But if you have not already, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the content that I post on my channel. For this kitchen, I decided I wanted to make it up on a platform, and I wanted to use the green with some kind of stone in there, but one of the things I really also wanted to do was I wanted to make a shelf kind of on the back kitchen wall with all the like different kinds of jams and jellies, you know, different stuff you can do with the canning, because we have that now, and I think that's a really cool feature, and I think it's really, really cool to decorate your builds with stuff like that. But I did learn something interesting while doing this. Jams, jellies, any of the canned products are not in the debug menu, which I found very, very interesting. I just moved a sim in to decorate, you know, after I finished the build, and I uploaded it to the gallery with the jams and jellies and stuff like that on the shelf. So if you download this home from the Sims 4 gallery, you should have them. But yeah, I thought that was a very interesting choice for the Sims team. They made a bunch of interesting choices in this pack. They didn't give us any of, well, they gave us a few plants in the regular menu, but they were mostly like hedges that had been changed in the shape of a cow or a chicken or stuff like that. But there's plenty of cool plants under the debug menu, which I thought was a very interesting choice for them to do. I'm kind of interested to know what was the thought process behind them doing this. Why did they do it that way? But I mean, I guess we won't know. But I'm working on the living room right now, and I kind of wanted this again to feel very cottagey, very cozy. I kind of thought that maybe this was the sim who lived here. Maybe this was a sim who used to live out in Henford on Bagley, and for whatever reason, they had to come and move to San Myshuno. Maybe they got a job offer that required them to move here or whatever. So that's kind of how I decorated it. I assumed a lot of their things would kind of come from that side. Now, real quick, on the table that I just put down, there were 2 new tables that we got with the country or cottage living pack. One of them had a tablecloth, one of them doesn't. The one without the tablecloth does not let the chairs slot to it, which again I found kind of interesting. I don't know if maybe that's just an oversight on the Sims side, or if it's actually supposed to be like that for some reason. But yes, just one of those interesting things I noticed as I was building. Now, this is a 2-bedroom apartment. I decorated one as like an adult's bedroom, and the other one I decorated as a toddler's. Now, the only 2 packs I used in this build were Cottage Living and Base Game. I could have used City Living. I mean, I am decorating this apartment, so obviously if you're going to put this apartment in your game, you would have to have City Living. Or I guess maybe really you wouldn't. You could just put the apartment on like a lot of land, but why would you want to do that? Anyway, yeah, I kept it with with Base Game and Cottage Living. Here in the bathroom, I kind of wanted to do something a little different. I usually don't put a whole lot of thought and effort into bathrooms because, I mean, your Sims are in there for such a short time. What does it really matter? But I wanted to do something a little different, so I kind of put the toilet in its own almost little separate room. I thought about putting a door in the front of it, but I wasn't 100% sure if that was actually going to work or not. I need to do some play testing to find out. Here I am working on kind of the parents' bedroom. I wanted to put a few skill objects in there, and I thought that easel with the sketches and stuff, I thought that went really well together. I really, really wanted to use some lights in the master bedroom. I like the string lights that we got in Cottage Living, but I couldn't really make them work with this building. We do have some lights in the the parenthood? Yes, parenthood pack that I could have used, but again, I wanted to keep this just Cottage Living. Here I am working on the toddler's room, and I I actually really like this toddler's room. I think it came out really, really pretty. I don't know why. It's not very fancy or elegant. It's actually very, very simple. But I just like how it came out. It's very I kind of want to say charming. Charming in like a rustic bohemian way, I should say. Now, I was playing around with these mirrors for a few minutes, and I kind of liked how I could make like a triple mirror like that. And I wanted to keep that, but I ended up changing it up for something else you'll see here in a minute. But yeah, the toddler's room is very simplistic, nothing very out of the way that you haven't seen before. But let's take a closer look at this build. So this is, oh, where'd my archway go? Oh no! All right, so let's take a look at this build. Once you walk in the front door, this is kind of the room you walk into. We've got the little books and maybe some gardening equipment and stuff like that, a mirror, some decorations up here, a little shoe rack and a bookshelf. So just a basic little entry hallway. You come through this archway here and you're in kind of the main part of the house. Now this is the kitchen. I did put the kitchen up on a platform, and as you can see back here in the back, I did make this large kind of, I call it kind of a pantry looking shelf. It's got all kinds of jams and jellies and conserves and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is the kitchen. It does work. I play tested it. Then we have our little dining table and our little living room. Nothing overly, out of the way or anything on this apartment. But I do want to show you what I was talking about real quick. So this is the other table that comes with Cottage Living. The chairs don't slot to it. Let's see if the bar stools do. Oh, the bar stools do. Okay. So that was my bad. I guess this specific table is meant to have bar stools slot to it and not chairs. I didn't realize that. My bad. Then we come in here to the toddler's room. And like I said, I really like how this toddler's room came out. It's very simple and simplistic, and it really works. My bathroom over here, this is a one bath apartment, so they do kind of share, but I did a little bit out of what I usually do. Like I said, I usually very small bathroom, in and out type thing, but I wouldn't call this fancy, but it's definitely more effort than I put into bathrooms normally. Here's our parents' bedroom with the art easel and the drawings, which I thought just looked really, really great against that brick. We got a little closet type area. But yes, so this was a really, really fun little thing to do, and I had a bunch of fun doing it. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you like this apartment, or do you think cottage living stuff should maybe not be in apartments? And again, if you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye!